Okay, I'm just going to run through AMD real quick. So I know we have like a bunch of down days, but they're gapping up at a rate that is consistent with the support line, which is great news for AMD. If you look at the intraday, I drew this line earlier, like I think on this candle I drew this line up, and it seems to be holding this. If you remember, X marks the spot, that decision, the decision turned out to be upwards. The stochastic, the volume adjusted, it's just called a VWAP, so this is the standard deviation of 2 for the overbought region. So you can see that as soon as it touched it, it reversed. We got a doji candle here, so it's likely to reverse again. Oh god, can I just fucking delete this? Anyway, so what you got is just an uptrend on the intraday. It's likely to come back down towards the midsection of the VWAP. If you look at the daily candle, obviously it's holding the overall pattern, so that's good news. Let's bring up edit. I kind of put a buy signal here, but I didn't have time to put up a video yesterday. Kind of forgot about it. So you had this reversal here intraday, and then it kind of just took off. Just kind of luck, I guess. I don't think there's any news on it, to be honest. Where did my news section go? Whatever. So I don't know. There's probably news on it, but it's consistent with the reversal of the 78.6 on the Fibonacci retracement. OCLR, I got a few alerts on that one on the way up and on the way down as well. Kind of looks like it wants to keep the uptrend going. Now, if you look at the SPX or the S&P 500, let's just do SPY for a second. If it would fucking load. Fuck it. Let's just do SPS. Internet. Alright, I guess internet. SPX, whatever. We'll just do the SPX for now. Not too good a day, even though it opened low and is at least at noon holding up above its open. You can see that it was rejected at the 8 exponential moving, which is still a sign that it's going to continue its downtrend. Now, if you look at this crossover here, you can see that the trend reversal is more so confirmed than anything else. If we look at the stochastics on this one, you can tell that the turnover was pretty much confirmed here. We might get a little bit of a turnaround here, as you can see on the slow stochastic, as the exponential is moving towards the slow line. So yeah, we might get a little boost, or a more so lateral consolidation near the I don't know, the 2360 area. So that's the SPX stocks, or the semiconductor index, looking okay, still holding up the uptrend, which is really good because AMD is one that we're focusing on. If we look at Intel, uptrend still. So you had this lateral consolidation period, was rejected a few times, 3 times. So at that point the market had to make a decision to head back up, and it seems as though that's what it's doing, like so. So now the next barrier, the resistance, is going to be right here, that it has to break above before making confirmation back up. Let's take a look at this one. I lost all my trend lines. But anyway, so this one, assuming that it's going to head back down for the low, so we'll pick it back up on the way up. I do want to bring up JNUG. Gold is at a downtrend, so keep that in mind. But intraday, JNUG, and what was it? Oh man. Whatever. There's JNUG and another one. It's probably in my history here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, and UGT. There we go. So those two kind of follow one another. So you can do a lot of sympathy plays, because if this one goes up, then JNUG is going to go up as well. So do I not get on here? Okay, well now I do. Whatever. So you can play both of these off of sympathy plays on this one. If you look at like gold, you can see that JNUG and UGT are kind of following one of the same right there. So Back to, well, apparently FSC is heading up. FSC, I'm kind of disinterested. I'm just waiting for some support before we make any decisions. So just kind of wait on that one. OCLR took off. I already brought that up. Bank of America, ignore financial districts for now. BKX is going to be your bank index, if you will. So just waiting on a good support trend to develop before making any sort of decisions. This looks like a pretty hard support, so if it does end up coming back here, this is going to be a really strong support line that it has to defeat through. So could be some interesting stuff in the financial district in the future. Under Armour, I'm waiting on this confirmation to occur. It kind of looks like it wants to keep going up. I'm curious about Nike. Probably due to a result of the overall market downtrend. You can see that Nike is rejecting this new support that it made. It might develop a new one at, if we do like a fib, a retrace on this one, it could get to the 38.2 retracement, so I wouldn't be surprised. Let's just set an alert to go below that one, so if it does reach this area, then we can catch it on the way up at least. Tech, another one that I'm looking at. Let's see, I'm going to do this. So Tech, if we can get some support so close to the 200 EMA, so simple moving, so it could result in a combination of multiple support lines, if you will. So simply put, Tech, I'm just kind of waiting to find a solid indication that there's a support. It kind of looks like we might have some good volume today. Just maybe, because usually this early in the morning there's not that much volume on Tech, at least since I've been looking at it, at least. So just pretty curious. Maybe at the end of the day we might get it to come up to this area. We'll just have to wait and see. But I would be curious, I mean, I would be surprised if it does, since the SPX is just so it's just not strong right now, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, just look at all the indexes to make your decisions. There's no clear buy signals on the S&P 500. Typically, the times that you want to make a purchase to have the greatest probability of profit margins is on an uptrend on the S&P 500 or the sector index that you are also buying in, to make sure that you're beating the trend, if you will. Let's see here. So I'm looking at videos at the same time. Finviz. Let's take a look at the groups. So healthcare is doing good. I think I mentioned that last week. The biotech sector is doing okay. Healthcare again, 1 month performance doing really good. Let's take a look at charts on these. Yeah. Yeah. So healthcare is doing okay. I mean, utilities might be due for an increase here because of the steep drop. We'll just have to wait and see. Kind of looks like it wants to reverse, because if you can imagine a support line over here. Anyway, could be interesting on this. So that's it, I guess. See ya.